How acting as if rewires your brain into truth. Your brain can't tell the difference between doing something and practicing doing something. Both activate the same neural pathways. This is how actors can genuinely feel emotions by acting them. How athletes visualize performance and improve their actual performance. And it's how you can rewire your brain by acting as if the new pattern is already true. Here's the mechanism. When you act as if you're confident, even when you don't feel it, you activate the confidence neural pathway your brain experiences. We just did a confident action. The pathway fires, gets slightly stronger. Do it 50 times, acting as if, and the pathway is significantly stronger. Do it 100 times, and your brain has enough evidence to update its belief. We are confident. Look at all this data. Acting as if creates the neural evidence that makes it true. This isn't fake it till you make it. This is practice the pathway until it's wired. Here's how to use this as a brain instruction method. Identify who you're becoming. What's the pattern you're building? Then ask, how would that version of me act in the situation? And act that way, as if you already are that person. As if I'm someone who sets boundaries. I say no to this request. Even though it feels uncomfortable, even though the boundary-setting pathway is new and weak, I act as if I'm someone who does this. And in acting, I practice. And in practicing, I wire. As if I'm someone who takes action despite fear. I do the thing while afraid, not waiting until I feel brave. Acting as if I'm brave now. The action is the same whether the feeling is there or not. And the action is what wires the pathway. As if I'm someone who speaks their truth. I say the honest thing even though my voice shakes. The pathway doesn't care if I'm terrified. It only registers. We spoke truth, practice repetition logged. This is powerful because it removes the prerequisite of feeling. You don't have to feel confident to act confident. You don't have to feel brave to act brave. You act as if, and the pathway builds. And eventually, the feeling follows, because feelings come from pathways. Once the pathway is wired strong enough, the associated feeling arises more easily. The as if practice. When facing a moment that requires the new pattern, ask, how would the new version of me handle this? Act that way, as if you already are that person. Acknowledge, I just practiced being that person. The pathway's building. At first it feels like pretending, like you're being inauthentic, but you're not. You're practicing, you're rehearsing the pathway until it becomes automatic. Every actor practices their role before it feels natural. You're practicing your new role, the role of person who sets boundaries, person who takes action, person who speaks truth. Act as if until the pathway is wired. Then it's not as if anymore, it's just who you are. Your brain doesn't know you're acting. It only knows you're doing. And doing builds pathways. So act as if. Give your brain the practice repetitions it needs. The pathway will build. The new version will become real, not through wishing, through acting as if it's already true,